Norfolk, Virginia's annual Harborfest event occurred last weekend, and it's a rather big deal where a bunch of tall ships from various countries sail up and down the river, giving people a good show of what old sailing ships were like. As an adjunct to that, there's quite a, if you will, kind of a house party for guests and locals. It's a 3-day event. We, the Elite Fleet Model Boat Club, were invited to participate as exhibitors, and we showed off our RC models at local koi ponds, which are a part of the Nauticus Maritime Museum. And we were there for the full 3 days, had a good time, and hopefully enticed some people to consider the hobby of radio-controlled model ships.
Unfortunately, when they got put in my car last year, my stern post got cracked.
Oh, no.
So it's now a shelf model. But I'm planning to do another one.
Yeah, yeah. Looking good, man.
Mississippi, Arkansas, rivers.
And this screaming pile of shit.
This is your favorite ship. This is the USS Hoist and ARS, the Rescue and Salvage ship. And you are well aware of what these things can do.
And you're going to get one hell of a voiceover when I put this on YouTube. My sudden outburst there is because Kurt and I both served aboard the same class of salvage and towing ship. He on the USS Hoist, and I did 2 tours on the USS Recovery as a diver. Kirk served aboard Hoist as a snipe. What's going on?
Well, we just ran into low battery situation and we called it to the minute. We got back to the table, the pumps are blowing, right?
Yeah.
We're dialed in right there. Ain't no fire bombs like that. We got more leeches than what you guys want to eat.
Thank you, Jake.
All right. Without Jake, you wouldn't have even known they were.
What you saw there was Jake doing battle with a 196 scale RC model of the USS Skipjack. I think his model is decked out in the hull number for the, I believe, the Scamp. Regardless, these are rather attractive boats. Ellie and I produced this kit way back in the late 80s, and we sold about maybe 200 kits.
Yes, ma'am.
Over a period of 35 years.
One each.
And it's a very snappy performing little RC submarine. Very maneuverable, very fast. And the scale fidelity is, if I may say so myself, excellent, in that we were working from Buse ships, later NAVC drawings. So it's quite, our source material was most authoritative. So we're still proud of this. I operate one. Jake certainly is. And we had the 2 Skipjack class models in the koi pond running quite regularly during the event, to the delight of most spectators who really didn't appreciate how fast and how maneuverable an RC submarine could be. Displayed at our table at Harborfest, you see 5 model submarines. The before-mentioned Skipjack, the one in the red, that of course belongs to Jake. The other 4 models are mine. In background is a 196 scale Royal Navy Trenchant, which was a member of the Trafalgar class Royal Navy attack submarines. It ran reasonably well, though the turning radius was a bit disappointing. Just behind the Disney Nautilus, which is in foreground, you can just make out the bow of a 196 scale albacore, which was, this model represents a Navy built submarine strictly for research and development, which was the beginning of the modernization of attack submarines in the Navy when we transitioned from traditional World War II hulls to fast, sleek designs. It embodied many features that became standard later. In foreground, of course, is the Disney Nautilus, which operated pretty well initially, but I had a drivetrain problem, so it spent the rest of the time on its cradle, as you see here. Here's a better shot of the albacore model that I brought. Though it initially ran well in the koi pond, I still had some mixing issues with the control surfaces in that it would turn to starboard smartly and without any change in pitch, but not so in the other direction. So clearly I got to work on the mixer that integrates the two sets of control surfaces. Other than that, it was fast and certainly a crowd pleaser because of its very high maneuverability. So its time in the water during the event was short, but rather exciting. So we're going to move on here and talk about the Disney Nautilus a bit. A hollow resin kit of the Disney Nautilus was produced by Scott Brodeen a number of years ago, and it is the gold standard of any model depicting that particular science fiction submarine. It is flawless in form and detail. Though intended to be a static display-only model, I and others have converted that kit to radio control operation. The only concession to scale to make it practical, that is to work underwater, was to gimbal the propeller in pitch and yaw to effect very positive control in the steering and pitch directions. And of course, there's a speed controller for a motor. So there's 4 channels to operation. One is a ballast tank, so it can change from surface to submerged trim. There is, of course, the propulsion, the speed controller, and 2 servos, one for the yaw control of the propeller and the other for the pitch control of the propeller. And that's all you need. It works quite well. As I mentioned before, there was a slight problem with the drivetrain, which has since been identified and fixed. So though it only ran for a few moments in the koi pond, it put on a pretty good show. And finally, I thought I'd insert this quick shot of the submerged Disney Nautilus at a different venue, but it is quite a striking example of the work of Harper Goff and the Disney effects team that actually created the miniatures for the movie and filmed them in such a realistic manner. And it's a joy watching this model go through its paces atop and under the water. It's supposed to be on this side.
You're hitting your accelerator, I don't know if the throttle. Not hot yet. Yeah, you can see, man.
There we are. Okay. I forgot I had to keep that magnet on that side of the boat to engage the other one that's in the upper half. Okay, so everybody's turned on. Everything's returned. Watch, transmitter. is working on here is a 196 scale Type 21 German submarine from the Second World War. These were historically important, and the conquering Allies took custody of these submarines after the war and used them as a baseline for the next generation of attack submarines. High speed, highly capable underwater, very large weapons capacity, and the ability to stay at sea for extended periods of time without support. Now, what he's doing is rating this with the first run of the day. I think this was Saturday. And this performed perhaps as well as any time we've seen this specific type of model in the water. He gave the people a very good show. This gives you an idea of the size of this relatively small RC submarine looking at the transmitter. In foreground to the left, you see a typical watertight cylinder, which is the element which keeps dry the items that need to be kept dry. The battery, the servos, speed controller, receiver, servos, everything that has to be in a dry environment is in this cylinder. The rest of the submarine hull is free flooding. We refer to this type as a wet hull RC submarine. So this is pretty much what we do on this side of the planet. The Europeans tend to make their submarines a dry hull. The entire structure, or at least the majority of the structure, is dry. The liability to that method is that you need a very heavy boat to sink because of its exceptionally large displacement. The wet hull type submarines have a relatively low displacement, therefore can be lighter of weight, in that most of the weight, once in the water, is the surrounding water itself.
Well, it's kind of hard to drive and aim, and I gotta cook some burgers at the same time. See, look, watch the front plane.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at that.
See? And then see the rudder.
Yeah.
And then the stern plane. Here's the stern plane, right?
I just said I can see your dad all day long.
Okay, we're gonna go down again. Well, you get no direction. Going down.
Good job, Jake. So what do you think of your toy, Jake?
It's a trick to drive. The smallest submarines are really just because you can lose them so fast.
Yeah, particularly when it's some idiot with a camera keeps asking stupid questions.
Yeah, or won't put the phone back in.
We're not going to talk about that ever again, are we, Jake?
But I mean, all this 196 stuff, it's you lose them real quick.
I'm driving now.
Oh, great.
Hey, you're blocking the road here.
Good for me.
charge in there. Give me the transmitter.
Guaranteed for 3 minutes or 30 seconds after we leave the beach.
Guaranteed.
They have little mini boats. Alright, so meet us in the water side. Alright. Back. Oh, that's where the submarine. Oh, there it is! Oh, he's got, is that a remote? Oh, yeah, it's your camera. Oh, it's a camera.
The guy driving right over there.
Oh, that guy with the thing in his hand, yeah. That's so cool. I love it. The little submarine goes up and down.
Our skipjack submarines that have been featured here during this video are just a little bit longer and bigger in displacement than that little Type 21. And again, you can see to advantage how the watertight cylinder is arranged, typically in 3 compartments. The forward and aft spaces are dry, whereas the center space can be dry or flooded with water. It, of course, is the ballast tank, which permits us to change the displacement of the submarine to make it assume either surface trim or submerged trim, so that the boat is operating in what we call a static condition as far as changing its condition from surface to submerged. We can statically do that, and by that means we don't have to be running through the water and using hydrodynamic force to push the boat underwater. We actually increase its displacement to the point where it sinks. And we do that by taking on the water into the ballast tank. And then, of course, there's a pump aboard the watertight cylinder to pump the water out when we desire to assume surface trim.
We're getting fountained to death. I didn't think that much of it until the experience of riding.
Yeah. Your boat's really behaving good.
Yeah, these skipjacks really drive great. A little bit bigger, that makes it easier.
Yeah. Well, that concludes a report on the Elite Fleet's participation at this year's Harborfest in Norfolk. We'll be doing the same thing this time next year. So if you're in the Norfolk area, stop on by, give us a visit, take a look at the models, and if you're lucky, one of us might give you some stick time on one of these ships or submarines.